People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located PurpleButterfly-Soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, PurpleButterfly-People.blogspot.com. And my daughter just did an interview with 8 Rebel TV. I'll put the link down in the description. That girl is awesome. I'm not just saying it because I'm a proud mama. She really is awesome. Um, I was there to babysit the baby. She said she had the interview at 8 o'clock, so I drove over about 7-ish, so that way I could keep the baby calm while she did the interview, because that's bedtime, and little baby does not like going to sleep. So he gets vocal and active, and he does all the fighting in the world. I don't like can't have that when you're doing an interview in your house, in your office space, and you can hear the kid all the way across the way. So basically, Gaga showed up to calm the kid down, put him to sleep. And at one point in time, I just literally rocked him like he was newborn. He will be 3 in a month, but hey, whatever works, right? Then I came home and put a piece of satin on top of this bonnet I was gifted. It's a long hair bonnet, so basically when you wear braids or when your hair is long or when I blow it out, because my hair is actually this long, but shrinkage is real, okay? But for some odd reason, that might be why they gifted it to me. This bonnet is lined in satin on both sides, but the edge was raw elastic. Where's the logic in that? Raw elastic, when it stretches over curly hair, will snatch, and ain't nobody on that. What's the purpose of protecting your hair if you put something on it that's going to snatch out all your edges and your roots? So I found, well, let me go ahead and grab it. I found this scarf, looks like a tie, that is from a dress that I outgrew. And the dress has long since been history. But basically, I forgot the scarf was attached. So I was looking in my fabric stash, and I came across and I went, this is perfect because it's satin. So I basically covered up all the, that's the only part where the raw elastic is shown, because basically when I sewed it, I literally sewed it from this side with a stretch stitch, and then I folded it over and attempted to sew it on this basically ruffled edge. I stretched it out to sew it, and that's the only part I missed, and that's at the back where no one's going to see it. Well, actually, no one's going to see it anyway, because this is something I wear for nighttime. So it didn't matter to me that it does not match. That's a whole different pattern. Anyway, I came to talk about this. Everybody knows I wear 2 hearing aids. I make no bones about that. But I have been wearing my hearing aids and my Bluetooth together, and it was causing pain in my ear, because you can't put something that goes in your ear on top of something that goes in your ear without it causing an issue. Well, now I have a air bone gap, or it's a waterproof bone conduction wireless headphone. This doesn't go in the ear, it goes on the outside of the ear, and my hearing aid is right there. Actually, I'm going to take them out because it's late. And sometimes you just got to take those things off of your head, because frankly, hearing aids feel like someone's doing this all day. with a little bit of vibration. And it's annoying. But what's more annoying is having a Bluetooth that goes in your ear and a hearing aid that goes in your ear. That equates to pain. So I got this. It's got a bone conduction method. I had one that said air conduction, and I found out that doesn't work with hearing aids. You know, it's like the sound would go next to your temple the same way that does, but because it's air, basically the only thing I would pick up was, you know, it was like I couldn't hear through it, even with the hearing aid. With, so, you know, that's when I started wearing the hearing aid and Bluetooth together, and that was painful. Well, I came across the bone conduction, and I went, that seems strangely familiar. Well, when I was younger, I had a bone conduction type format to hear. I mean, I've had everything. I've had the looping coil. I've had hearing aids that is measured by your bone gap, which is 90, which is a lot. Which is why my hearing aids go over my ear instead of in the ear. Today's technology, I was told to go and have another test and see what they could do, because now today's hearing aids have Bluetooth, and you can actually adjust your hearing with your Bluetooth, even if it's an in-the-ear hearing aid. So I'm going to check that out because, you know, it's time to spoil me. But in the meantime, this is bone conduction, which means it literally vibrates through the bone in your ear. In your ear is a membrane called a tympanic membrane. It's got like little bones in there, and that's what it does. I mean, if I take the, well, I'll just show it to you. But my microphone's going through there, so that might be hard for you to hear for a second. You see that? That little red part, if I put my finger right next to it and play some music, you can feel it. I mean, literally, it vibrates and goes through your ear. Now, the last time I had a bone conduction hearing device, you know, that was in the 80s and the technology wasn't there yet. But it was like the only way I could hear. I was this close to getting the cochlear implant, which follows the same bone conduction method. And they decided, you know, that's not quite right for you. We'll try you with an over-the-ear hearing aid. And then they said, well, we're still not getting you to the levels that you need to be. So they did another hearing test, and they found out the problem wasn't with my left ear. The problem wasn't with my right ear. It was the fact that both ears had different levels of hearing, and this one was worse. And what they suggested for this side was to do laser surgery where they cut open like a little part of the bone, and that would allow hearing, because basically there's a bone that kind of blocked. And you're not cutting open nothing with a laser on this. I mean, what if the surgeon had a fight with his wife, or he's in the middle of drilling a hole with a laser in my brain, and he go, achoo! Now that's, I'm done. No, we don't do that. I don't like surgery anyway, and then when you talk about lasers, that's instantaneous. You know, it's like if you cut somebody to do a surgery or whatever, you could sew stuff up. You hit somebody with a laser, they're done. So that was a no. But with this new technology, I put it on the normal level. I put my Bluetooth things on, and it was way too loud. It was like, wait a minute, what? I had to actually turn down my audio for the first time in years. So this is a good thing. Now, the only problem I have with it is the battery life is 6 hours. It says high fidelity sound is waterproof, but only 6 hours. And the one that I wanted gives you a whole 10 hours, but of course it costs like $100. This costs much less than that, so I figured if nothing else, I'll just get another one since it's reasonably priced, because for what I paid for this one, I could get two for what the other one cost that gave me 10 hours and just switch it out. It's like, charge the one, use the other one, switch it out when the one battery dies. I mean, that's what I've been doing with the Bluetooth that goes in my ear that caused me all the pain. So it's no big whoop. It's just, the battery is totally different. Not battery, the charger. Hold on, what I do with it? It has this 4-prong thing. It looks totally different than any battery I've ever seen. So basically my goal is not to lose that. Oh, and before anybody asks, I put lotion on my hands and then put gloves on so that way my hands stay nice and soft. That's what I do overnight. So, and it's late. So I know that's going to come up because people ask me questions about the most amazing things. It's like what's normal for me is not normal for everybody else. So I keep forgetting that might be a question people ask until I think about it. And I'm looking at myself on camera and I see the gloves and I'm going, oh, right, somebody's going to ask. Also, I use gloves when I do my hair because that way I don't have to worry about my fingernails snagging and all that. So, yeah, just went over that, went over the interview, just wanted to share. And, oh, yeah, someone asked me about the dream pair sandals. Are they comfortable? Yes, I've been wearing them as house shoes. They're that kind of comfortable. I bought them to wear for summer when, because sandals and me, we've have had issues. Apparently, my toenails are not the size of everybody else's average. So when I try to wear thongs, they're either, well, they're very uncomfortable, but my toes are not in the proper location for the pair of shoes. So either you find a pair that's comfortable but your toes hang over, or you find a pair that fits your feet but is feeling like someone's doing this. And it's like, okay, so I need some sandals that don't have, something in the middle. And the only pair of sandals I found that fit that criteria and my size, because I got both. Trying to find a 9.5B is tricky. Everybody thinks, oh, well, you could just wear 10. The proportions are wrong. And 9 is too small. I wear a 9.5B. And then people go, well, that's a hard size to find. I find it every day. So, let's find something that fits my size where I don't have to compromise my style. And I mean, the only shoes that was fitting were slides, and I kept kicking those off as I walked. That's so annoying. And when I came across, well, I call them pirate shoes because there's only one of them now. But when I came across those sandals from Greater Good that claimed it was a butterfly, but they were dragonflies because the wings were really thin. Butterfly wings are wide. Everybody knows what butterfly looks like, so I don't know how come the designer of those shoes didn't. But anyway, it's like, oh, darn, I got to replace those. And then I couldn't find them anywhere. So I got the notion, modern technology is a wonderful thing. Send it through Lens. So I took a picture of it on Lens, and they had a pair, but they didn't have any in my size. And apparently Greater Good cycles out their style, so I couldn't get that particular style if I wanted it. But I could get some that had paw prints all over it if I special ordered them, because they don't have 9.5 anymore. It's like, really? So I'm still scrolling, and then I seen the ones that I got now, and I went, whoa, those are on Amazon. So I went to Amazon and looked it up, and they had 9.5B, so I ordered them. And the only problem I had, because I was looking for pink, they got a dusty rose. No, I want this color pink. I did find that color pink for a company called Eddie Bauer. They're really expensive, so they're in my wish list. But in the meantime, I got these, and these are not going anywhere. I even like the pattern they got on the bottom. They got well, let me just take them off and show you. Okay, they got a textured inside. I swear it feels like a massage, but it doesn't feel like the massage you get on shoes that say they're massage sandals, with the things that stick up that looks like they got rows of fingers. Those are annoying. This is just a slightly textured surface. I'm assuming, because of the format of whatever, is to allow water to drain. But that slightly textured surface actually feels like a massage. So every time I walk, it's like a little teeny tingle, but it's not annoying. It's just, man, I could walk in these things all day. Literally, I have. They are my house shoes and my summer sandals. But since it's not summer, in fact, it snowed today. That was a surprise. It's like, what? And then 2 hours later, there's no snow. There's a couple of flurries, but But these will be what I wear inside the house until I could go out in summer and wear them there. So, yeah. In answer to the question, are they comfortable? Yes. And the thing I really like about them is the toe gore. If you have a gait problem, which I discovered I had shortly after the stroke, before they gave me the rollator, that one side of my body, the foot drags a little bit, and whatever shoe I had on, especially if it was a sandal, my foot would drag and it would hurt. So basically, it's got let's see if I can show you. The sole part actually wraps around. So when my foot drags or my toe's not compromised. It's protected in there. The girl that runs the front desk, when she seen them, she said, "Where can I get some shoes like that? My son would need a pair." Because apparently the protection of the toe is important when you're dealing with certain situations. Whether I'm wearing sandals, gym shoes, boots, that's an issue for me too. Toe got to be protected, which is one of the reasons why I got this style in the first place when I got the Greater Good shoes. But now that's been replaced with the DreamWorks shoes, not DreamWorks, Dream Pair shoes. And it has a feature on it that the other one didn't have. It's adjustable. The back literally, it's like a Velcro thing. You can adjust it. So, yeah, I just want to share that. Mainly, I want to share the interview. I did put the link on Facebook, and I will post a link down here. Also, I'll post a link to the shoes and the bone conduction wireless headphones. This brand is made for everybody instead of just hearing impaired people. So, if you get a pair, you don't even have to worry about, wearing your hearing aid and, accommodating, having your ear free. Just put them on, try them. The sound is actually a lot clearer than the Bluetooth air. Actually, they're clearer than the earbuds I had. I like stuff where there's a connection, including the Bluetooth, because I had a pair of AirPods and I lost one. And then I spent all my time searching for the lost AirPods. And then you have to charge them because once they run out of juice, now you got to charge both of them. So that way, because you charge one going, oh, well, this one ran out. Then when you put them on, the other one runs out of juice because you didn't charge them both together. So you have to bring them both to fully charged. And then a day or two goes by and you misplaced one of them again. That was so annoying. So, I'm old. I don't remember every little thing. So I got a pair that had a cord that, connects. If I lose one, I've lost both because, you have to look for the cord. And that was real easy to keep up with because they're both together and they both charge at the same time with one plug. So basically, those AirPods had to go. It's like once I relocated them for the third time, I charged them up fully and then I sold them to somebody. I hope they're enjoying them. But yeah, they were not for me. So that's when I got the kind that, just connects to your ear. And I even talked to my audiologist. She goes, you need a bone conduction type so that way you don't have to worry about your hearing aids. And then he told me what they cost. And I went, yeah, I need to find a different solution. And yeah, it's been a while trying to find a different solution. I even got a pair of these in my wish list on Amazon. I think it's also in the description that I have on my YouTube. Those were by Shocks. They cost $80, and it was like that's still close to $100. I can't afford that. I'm on exercise, so just saying budget don't work because I can't afford stuff. With a budget, without a budget, I simply can't afford stuff. So basically, when I came across these and they were reasonably priced, and I had a little extra money, I went boom. So and I'm going to get a second pair next month once I get paid. So that way I can switch them out and not worry about, oh, you got no juice. Now you got to wait 24 hours or whatever before they recharge. So, yeah. 6 hour playtime, but it takes hours to charge. So, yeah, I mean, it almost takes longer to charge than it does to. But hey, when you buy something cheap, that's what happens. So, yeah. But in the meantime, it works. Whether you wear glasses, whether you wear hearing aids or not, boom, they're just there and they work. I can hear my voice through here. The microphone is, well, I can feel it. Microphone is one of these buttons. There's a up, down, power. Somewhere in there is a microphone. Well, actually, let me look at the box. Maybe it'll tell me where the microphone is because I don't see it. But oh, it's got a lot of specs on here. Silicone drum housing, titanium frame. Ooh, nice to know. Well, I'll just hold it up here. Maybe the thing of focus. Come on, focus. 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 It's not trying to focus. Tell you what, I'll turn off the light so that way you can see it without the glare. But these came from Target. I don't know if Dartwood is a Target brand or if it's a widely used brand, but that's where I got it. So I'm finna go to bed because I took my meds and now I'm sleepy. That's the funny part. Every pill for the evening meds, there's 5 of them. All of them except for one says may cause drowsiness, may make you dizzy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm supposed to take it at dinner time. I don't do that because about dinner time, I'm either watching my grandson, driving my car, the daily live a life stuff. I can't do that and take those meds because I ain't trying to get in my car going, yeah, I think I'm driving a straight line. No, 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 that ain't. Mm-mm. So I always take my medicine once I'm home, um, winding down. In other words, 9 or 10 o'clock. I take my meds, I get sleepy. I'll even go to sleep for an hour or whatever, regardless of what time I take it. Like if I take it at 6:30 like I'm supposed to, I'll go to sleep for an hour and a half. Then I'll wake up and continue on with life because by that time your system's had time to adjust or whatever. But yeah, driving, watching kids, whatever, these meds are not conducive to that. So I always do it when it's closer to bedtime. Then if I go to sleep, I'm already in the bed. So yeah. In the meantime, bonnet time. So yeah. And that's another thing. I could put on my bonnet without worrying about something sticking my ear, even with the headset. With it being flat, with nothing sticking in, I could actually go to sleep with the headset on. So when I redo my closer lessons, I don't have to worry about propping a pillow up, so forth, so on, because I have this one version of the program. It plays for 11 hours. It's made to go to sleep, with your lessons. And, if you fall asleep and the lesson is still playing, whatever, it's not subliminal, but basically you retain a lot of that information because, you know, when you're entering REM sleep or whatever, those words are still in your head and you remember stuff a lot quicker, that way. So, yeah. In the meantime, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at purplebutterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. The Super Bowl soaps are entering their third week of curing, so middle of next week, they'll be ready to go. Don't forget to rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye now.